What do you think makes a better name for a potential baby or a pet? Do you want to see more Dementuses out there, or do you want to see more Furiosas out there?
Oh, wow.
I mean, Little D is pretty cute.
Yeah, we could yell, Dementus across the park at my dog.
Anya, Chris, it's so good to see you. We get to talk about a Mad Max Furiosa movie. This is a good day at the office. Congratulations, my friends.
Thank you very much.
This movie is epic in the best possible way, and these are amazing characters. Congratulations. Let's talk. So, Anya, you have never maybe said so little in a film. Chris, you've never said so much in a film. Who's that a bigger stretch for? Who's that more antithetical to their very being, you think?
Oh, I don't know. You know, I was never intimidated by the lack of words that she said. It was more, when I first met George, I realized that he had a very strict idea of how he wanted me to hold my face for a large portion of the movie. And that only really allowed me my eyes with which to communicate. It was a big leap of faith, but if you're going to take a leap of faith like that, it's with George Miller and in a Mad Max movie. This is his universe, so yeah.
Well, luckily you can say so much with just your eyes, Anya. Anya, tell me with your eyes that you're sick of Chris, that you just need to get away from Chris.
Oh, I can see it. You don't have to do it. I know. I can see what she's thinking.
You can feel it emanating all over.
Never.
Yeah. There
Never.
it is. Chris, on your end, what about you? Are you the type of actor that's like, you can cut a few lines of my dialogue and I'm totally cool with it, or is more more?
I count everyone else's lines and see who has more. No, it depends what the character, is representing. This individual was a lot of fun. He speaks a lot, but the sort of polarity between the two characters and the contrast I found really fascinating, and the fact that Furiosa is trying to blend in at times, whereas Dementus needs to stand out. He's flamboyant, he's loud, he's boisterous, he's trying to amass a large group of followers, he's trying to promise them something outside of the suffering that they've found themselves within. But he's kind of circus sideshow entertainer as well. So it was a lot of fun.
And to Chris's credit, I think it is beautifully written dialogue, but also you mastered it. You really made it your own. Of course, bud.
Thank you.
These are also really transformative roles. I know a lot of time in the makeup chair for both of you. I'm curious, like in all that time of prep, does music help? Is there a Dementus and Furiosa playlist to get you in the mood?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, well, it's just so much time. I think it really helps when you have people that you really love. Like the longest that I had in the makeup chair, minimum it was 3 hours, but for the bald cap days, it was about 5. And we just formed this like tiny insomniac motley crew of people who were just like, oh, thank God it's the 5 of us in this trailer every day, because yeah, we needed each other.
Yeah, I found the actual process of sitting in the chair in the 3 or 4 hours, I didn't want to be in the headspace of Dementus. I needed to be kind of relaxed version of Chris, and so it was an attempt to be a calm, nurturing space, which was difficult because it's like glue, then yak hair stuck to your face, and prosthetics and wig and all that. But in the second half of the film, when he becomes a little more unhinged and he begins to kind of fall apart emotionally and so on, I was listening to a lot of in a couple of particular, one particular scene, quite a lot of heavy death metal sort of stuff, but there's a violence to whatever it was that kind of was both irritating and and kind of
unrelenting,
unsettling. Yeah, but that wasn't an everyday thing. It was just for particular moments when I needed to kind of.
Picturing you in the makeup chair for 4 hours listening to heavy metal.
I couldn't have done that for 4 hours. No.
Also, I love the language always in George's films. Is there a phrase from either your film or any of the Mad Max films that you'd like to see just adopted into the vernacular? I mean, some already, frankly, are part of the vernacular.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Me master, him blaster, master blaster.
Yeah.
Oh, I could go back and forth on Master Blaster all day long, guys. Don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah.
I just love any words that are almost words that we use. It's like we're going to McFeast.
Yeah.
Give me a word burger. I love that.
Yeah, the language that George created, I mean, even the sort of rhythm of how people speak, it's not contemporary, it's not of another time, it's not, I wouldn't even say it's quintessentially Australian, it's its own thing, and there's such a beautiful sort of poetry to it. They'll speak in riddles in ways, which are just is, again.
Well done, my blood bag.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, witness me is a very strong, aggressive way to say hello to somebody, but I guess that's the technique. Have you ever found yourself quoting your own movies to friends or family in a text, in real life? Is that a faux pas?
I've done it by accident. Like, I'll be speaking to someone and then I'll say a thought and I'll realize that that thought was written for me and not something that I created in my own head. And I'm like, oh no. But luckily, I don't think that they ever really notice it.
I have, when just trying to describe a character, used the line, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. And I was like, where's it? That's Spider-Man, isn't it? Like, but saying it as though it's my own. So I'm sure on plenty of other occasions.
We take credit.
Yeah, take credit for all of it. And as long as, look, you're an actor, you can sell it, like, as if it's rolling off your tongue, like you're thinking of it on the spot.
Yeah.
With great power, I don't know, maybe comes great responsibility.
Responsibility? Yeah, question marks.
Anya, I heard that to de-stress during the filming, you watched some Stranger Things, which doesn't strike me as a show necessarily that is a de-stressor. But educate me, why?
Honestly, it was so strange. I think it was just the perfect time. Season 4 came out like halfway through us shooting, and I was in a particularly intense like Nightbird period of my experience where I was getting picked up at like 1:30 in the morning, and so it just made me feel good to watch these like kids come together and fight evil. Like, I just really became entrenched in their struggle. And also when like it got so dark with Max, I was like, wait, it's all getting a bit too adult for me now.
I have bad news. I think the final season's going to be pretty dark. Are you ready
I
for it?
cannot wait. It's really funny because I'm really good friends with Charlie Heason and Joe Quinn, and I just have, it's a very particular obsession with Stranger Things season 4 exactly, but I know that season 5 is going to like feed into that for me, and it has nothing to do with them. I forget that they're in it completely. I'm just like, this is my relationship with my show.
Chris, what was your de-stress mechanism? Were you watching Housewives on a loop? Were you watching your own work on a loop? What got you?
For inspiration?
My own work would instill further stress. What was I watching? I remember just kind of needing to, you know, shake off the energy of the day and go and train or run or do something, just because there was a lot of sort of, as I was saying before, kind of, you know, you're manipulating your own kind of anxieties and things in order to sort of get into a certain state, and then it's like, now go to sleep, and my brain's like, nope. So a lot of training, a lot of just sort of physical activity, and then that would kind of slow me down, and I'd pass out in the bedroom or on the couch or wherever, and then at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., the alarm would go off, and off we'd go again.
We'd go. Yeah, actually, more than Stranger Things, I was only reminded of this yesterday because we saw some of the B-roll. I didn't realize how much I was reading in between setups for like huge battle sequences, and it's very strange to watch myself like go from hiding in a corner with a book and then being like, yep,
sure,
gun up, ready to go.
Right, get in the war rig, here we go. Exactly. Is there a point, I mean, look, these are such long shoots, such intense shoots. Like, it must permeate every aspect of your existence. Like, are you dreaming about the characters during this? Did you have nightmares or good or bad dreams during this?
It's hard to turn off, especially I think when you're doing something like this where like, yes, of course you want to show up every day as your best self, but when you're doing stunts, there's that added pressure of like, if you're off your game, somebody could get hurt. And I think like I have such admiration for stunt performers that are doing that absolutely every single day, because it definitely adds a level of pressure to get enough rest and be completely lucid. But yeah, I think we both wanted an experience that was going to be hardcore. Like, you don't sign up for a Mad Max movie thinking that you're going to be, you know, with your feet up. You want to be in the dirt.
You want to be in it, yeah.
Anya, I want to say, I caught up with the Dune cast recently, and they all told me, basically, none of them knew you were in this movie, basically. Until well after it was shot. So congratulations to Denis and you for keeping that a secret.
Thank
you. Have you talked to Timmy about that relationship to come when you guys eventually get back on set?
Not yet. You know, I'm busy with this one. He's off doing wonderful work as Bob Dylan. I'm really looking forward to getting into it with him, though.
We all are, definitely. Chris, I want to take stock on the status of the Chris's for a second. I'm a little bit worried about all of you guys because you play Dementus, you play a maniac in this. Pine has gone full Lebowski. Pratt is playing a giant orange cat. Do all Chris's go mad at a certain point? Should we be worried?
We do.
I thought you were talking about your multiple personalities for a second. I'm worried about the Chris's.
Well, it's more that. It's more that we got tired of playing the other roles, and now we're just kind of relaxing into ourselves. I was at the Met Gala the other day, and they said, "Who's the most fashionable Chris?" And I said, "Pine." due to his, I don't even know what you'd call it, the sort of like the outfit he wore for the movie he directed. I was like, good on you, mate. Short shorts and old cardigans.
All right.
He's letting loose with this fashion. I love
You
it.
can't cede your territory as a fashion icon.
Exactly.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
No, not next to him.
One other thing I want to mention to you, Anya, I had a chance to talk to Paul Mescal recently, who is apparently not only a big Queen's Gambit fan, but a big Mitski fan. And as I'm sure you well know, Mitski's doing the music for the Queen's Gambit musical.
I know, it's so wild. I love her. I was actually just having this conversation the other day. I think that she's one of the most original, wonderful voices in music today. Like, I couldn't be happier that that's the pairing.
It seems like Paul is game for the musical. Can you play chess and sing at the same time?
I would learn from Mitski.
Are you willing to fight him for that red wig to play Beth?
I want to see him do it. I think he'd kill it. I think he'd be great with those Baby Blues.
Okay, so this is obviously a prequel for an iconic character, Furiosa. Let's look for a second. Your own illustrious careers. Is there any character you'd like to see a prequel story told of? Are we ready for the Princess Peach origin story?
Oh, that'd be cool. I'm interested in that.
I mean, I think she really wants to know where she comes from.
Yeah.
Goodness, any
Prequels.
stories?
I mean, we were sort of discussing the other day what characters you miss and what, you know, feel like you sort of had to go out and you could give a little more. The character of Kevin in Ghostbusters that I played, I loved that. And I was only on set for like 2 weeks. And
Where is Kevin?
Where is Kevin? I'd love to see what he's up to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just to empty your brain for a couple weeks. You want more of that. You just want a little bit of that in your life.
Fun.
I'll end on this. Look, you guys have had this amazing experience, this kind of once-in-a-lifetime experience working with the great George Miller. Hopefully there are more tales to come. What are lessons for any actor, you know, acting in the wasteland? How do you survive the George Miller wasteland experience, having gone through it yourselves?
It was challenging, but purposeful, challenging, and rewarding. I wouldn't say it was an experience that was like, you know, we were suffering through and didn't want to be there. You know, he's just such a incredibly kind, nurturing individual, full of knowledge, and then creates this insane, violent, chaotic sort of world. So to reconcile the two is kind of confusing at times, but I loved every second of it. And I would say just give in and trust, and I'm stealing your quote, but to just trust George, you know, because he has your back and he's a master, and where he goes, I shall follow.
He is. He's the definition of the mad, gentle genius, isn't he, guys?
Yeah.
Congratulations on this one, honestly. I mean, we've all been talking about this one for years. I'm so happy this exists in the universe, and you guys, no surprise, absolutely kill it. So congrats, guys. It's good to see you both.
Thank
Thanks, man.
you, love. Pleasure.